Just spin this
Whenever you
around.
guys are ready, and I'll just fade out this song. I couldn't find a
What's
short
that
song
number?
in time.
That first
That's
one?
fine.
Piss. What's his name?
Who's that?
Dom.
Dom, yeah. Dom.
Piss shoddy.
Who's behind it?
Not cuss shoddy. Piss shoddy.
Who's behind the plate?
Joel Marshall.
Who is it?
Let's roll Cam Pike. Six.
Who's the guy behind the plate? Oh, okay.
Branson.
Hello, fans! Welcome to the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic Championship game at John Pratt Field. Today's matchup features the home team from Altoona.
I'm just still off of yours, Jackson.
And the visiting team from East End, Greenwood Meadows. Our umpire crew is sponsored by Park Home Security. Behind the plate is Mark Everline. And on the bases, Zach Mallon, Nick Matucci, and Tommy Dean. Don't worry about returning any foul balls tonight because they're all sponsored by UPMC Altoona. Today's game is being live streamed on the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic Facebook page, the AABA YouTube channel, and tune in on the radio because this is also being broadcasted on WTRN 96.9 and 100.7. Now for your starting lineups. First for the visiting team from East
Yeah, we'll
End,
take it out of this.
Greenwood
Jake,
Meadows.
you can let this finish.
Leading off the shortstop number 33.
That should be good.
Shotty. Batting second to center fielder number 0. Joel Loschel. Batting third to third baseman number 9. Cam Pike.
Thank you, sir.
Batting fourth to second baseman number 10. Grayson McGinnis. Batting fifth, the catcher number 2, Jackson Winterburn. Batting sixth, the pitcher number 19, Colton Malloy. Batting seventh, the left fielder number 3, Nate Pashotti. Batting eighth, the first baseman number 8, Matt Wentz. And batting ninth, the right fielder number 18, Brody Carney. And your subs, number 24, Jeremiah Winterburn. Number 11, Easton Clousman. Number 14, Jackson Wagner. And your bat boy, number 25, Brody Page. Now for the home team, Holsinger Plumbing. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 1, Thomas Brown. Batting second to second baseman, number 2, Cannon Shields. Batting third, the pitcher, number 4, Shane Gordy. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 24, Deshaun Hudson. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 6, Trenton Fairbaugh. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 23, Micah Fairbaugh.
Well, quick change, boys, as we made our way all the way from Hollidaysburg to here. And just a note, Jake, we're getting a little bounce back here at the old broadcast position as we get to hear ourselves coming back with a little bit of a delay. So whatever you can do to fix that for us would be great. We are set to get underway for the championship of the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic. And the coverage being brought to you by Stuckey Automotive on 96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN. Teams have been introduced. They're on the field. It is time for the national anthem.
Bye.
The national anthem from the John Kraft Field at the Joe Sheets Baseball Complex. We're on the Pleasant Valley Boulevard and 9th Street Field, which is the artificial turf on the infield and grass outfield. Lou and I just came from one of those in Hollidaysburg.
That we did.
It's going to be Meadows leading off to start the game. Let's get you their lineup. Leading off, it is the shortstop, number 33, Dom Pichetti. Batting second, the center fielder, number 0, Joel Losel. And then it is third baseman, number 9, Camden Pike, hitting third. Cleanup batter, second baseman, number 10, Brayson McGinnis. Batting fifth, catcher, number 2, Jackson Winterburn. Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 19, Colton Malloy. Batting seventh, left fielder, number 3, Nate Pisciotti. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 8, Max Wentz. And batting ninth and playing right field, it is number 18, Brody Carney. Out on the field for Holsinger Plumbing, we've got Corbin Johnston in left, Xavier Faribaugh in center, Carter Klausman in right, Trenton Faribaugh at third base, Tom Browse at short. We have Kanan Shields at second. We have Micah Faribaugh down at first. Deshaun Hudson is behind the plate. Shane Gordy getting the start for the undefeated Holsinger Plumbing team, coming in with a mark of 31-0, trying to get it to 32 and win the Park Home Baseball Classic.
That's a lot of baseball games to be winning out there, Dave.
That it is.
A great crowd on hand here. It's going to cool down here. We'll get a nice playing surface. As we said, the artificial surface, the ball comes off there a little harder than natural grass, but both these teams have played here for a long time and should be no issue tonight for this contest.
Well, Greenwood Meadows, with a record of 21-3, they were in the East End Youth Baseball League, and they come to this tournament as all three of the little leagues have come together for this Park Home Baseball Classic. That includes also the Altoona Independent Youth Baseball League and, of course, the Altoona Area Baseball Association, which we have covered one game a season for them. And this is obviously extremely expanded coverage here for the tournament. All right, a little discussion out there. Shane Gordy has to go over to the dugout. Not sure what that was about. Home plate umpire went out to visit him.
Might be a wristband, white wristband on the wrist of the pitcher.
Well, that would not be a good thing.
That would not be a good thing.
It's okay. You can have gold shiny chains on, but
can't have anything deflecting. Yeah, he's bringing out the...
and a white glove underneath his fielding glove. And now he's got the dark glove. Well, still a little bit of white on that, too. Well, let's hope everything works here. Don Pisciotti starts things off for Greenwood Meadows. 21-3 now on the season. Got a bye in the first round. Defeated Park Home at 11-1. Defeated Masonic Lodges in a close one, 3-2. And to get to this game, they defeated Penn Med by a final of 8-4. Pisciotti, in the first pitch to him was a strike, no balls, and one strike. The count to the right-handed hitting shortstop of Greenwood Meadows. Tied him up inside, and Dom started the swing. He had to keep going with that.
That was a little self-defense, high and inside on that one, as Bob Euchre would have called that one, Dave.
No balls and 2 strikes. Just underway in the championship game. 0-2 pitch on its way. This one's hit into left field. Going back to left fielder, he can't get it. Corbin Johnston has the ball rolled to the fence. However, Don Pisciotti stops at first base as a quick play out there. Gets it in, and the leadoff man is on for Greenwood Meadows here in the top half of the first.
Well hit ball by Bisciotti.
Yeah, it was. Corbin Johnston with a nice play in the outfield. Joel Losel is at the plate now for Greenwood Meadows, center fielder, with a runner at first. First pitch to him. Just missed inside, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes on the right-handed hitting center fielder. Another subscriber to the Samson theory. The longer the hair, the stronger your bats.
Exactly.
That pitch misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Joel.
Infield at mid-depth here to start this opening inning here.
Joel's favorite food, grilled cheese. Attaboy. That one's high, and that's ball 3.
I don't know, playoff time, if it's in here, I think you give him the green light, Dave.
3-0 pitch. Oh, took
Lost
it.
him.
It was high, though, so I'm sure he was just watching that. That was probably, you got the green light if it's good. It wasn't really the best of pitches, so he draws the walk, and Greenwood Meadows with an instant threat here, the single by Pisciotti, and now the walk by Losel, and that brings up Camden Pike, the third baseman. Camden, a right-handed hitter. He likes Mookie Betts. He's kind of got that Mookie Betts kind of build to him. Pops up the first pitch. And I mean pops it up. Almost went right up on the roof of the press box.
Yeah, he squared around the bunt out, and it went straight up in the air, but no grab by the catcher there defensively for Holsinger.
Camden Pike likes steak. Who can blame him? Right there with him. 0-1 pitch on its way. Popped up in the infield. Second baseman comes in. And Kanan Shields is called off by Micah Fairbaugh. Micah makes the catch. And there's one out.
The infield line brings up the second baseman, number 10, Grayson McGinnis.
Grayson McGinnis, the second baseman, now comes to the plate. He wears number 10, hits from the right side. And the pitch on its way from Gordy. That's low, ball 1. Both runners trying to move up. Throw down to third. And Hudson's throw amazingly does not get the runner at third. I thought he had him dead to rights. Don Pisciotti manages to slide in and not take a tag. He's at third. Runner moves up to second, Joel Losel. And
yeah, that right leg went out around the tag. That's a good piece of base running.
1-0 the count. The pitch is launched into right field. Right fielder comes in and makes the catch. Carter Klausman with a great play in the outfield, and then on the throw in, it gets away. Coming in to score, Don Pisciotti. The out recorded, but it leads to a run, and Greenwood Meadows up by a score of 1-0 here in the top of the first.
Yeah, it's good hold there. Nice play in right field, and just couldn't get the throw in there.
Jackson Winterburn will step to the plate now. Jackson. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on the first pitch from Gordy. Grayson McGinnis just flying out. And now Winterburn fouls off the second pitch, and Gordy's quickly ahead. No balls and 2 strikes on Winterburn. Winterburn, by the way, we know who the first pick in the Major League draft was. Well, he was a big fan of the second pick. Also from the same school, LSU's Dylan Cruz. That pitch misses outside and low, and the count now is 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 out with a runner at third. That is Joel Losel, and a run in. Don Pisciotti scored. High pitch, and it's foul tipped to the backstop. And everybody is gone off the field. All right, that'll be the final out. Strikeout swinging on Jackson Winterburn. There is a run across, and that happened on 1 hit. no errors on Holsinger Plumbing. Score at the end of one half. It is Greenwood Meadows 1, and it is Holsinger Plumbing coming to bat. You're listening to the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic, brought to you by Stuckey Automotive on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
Also, please make sure to stop by Tropical Ice Tent for refreshing.
I have not missed these commercials.
Yeah.
Are so modern and so sophisticated.
Also, sorry about the whole audio thing. I didn't realize the aux button was on.
Yeah, that seems to happen more often than we would care to admit.
Yeah, I would have turned it on sooner, but I went to double check with Bob that I was pushing the right one. I didn't want to accidentally mess anything up.
Yeah. We're all good now.
30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at 420-mile range. And I'd like to tell you, good old Uncle Sam will kick back up to $7,500 when you lease it. The bank and Stuckey Mitsubishi will chip in another $3,500 because, hey, why stop there? That's over $11,000 in savings when you lease the Outlander plug-in hybrid EV. Hey, you earned it. The Stuckey Mitsubishi Supercenter at Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile. 96.9 and 100.7. WTRN.
Ready for the Holsinger half of the first inning. Jackson Winterburn. Well, he was the final out there in the top half of the first, and he had to don the tools of ignorance. Hasn't quite made it out there yet.
Yeah, that catcher's equipment there. Yeah, all kinds
That's
of
a chore.
straps and clasps and a little good old duct tape holding it all together there once
That
in a
is
while.
a chore to get that stuff on. He'll be here momentarily. All right, let's meet the starting lineup for Holsinger Plumbing. Lou, you want to take that?
Leading off is going to be Tommy Browse, number 1, followed by Cannon Shields, number 2. Cannon Shields, number 2, followed by Xavier Fairbaugh. Shane Gordy then, Deshaun Hudson, Trenton Fairbaugh, Micah Fairbaugh, and Xavier Fairbaugh goes all the way down to center field. Carter Klausman, and rounding out the starting lineup is Corbin Johnson.
All right, we're going to take a quick run around the field for Holsinger Plumbing. I'm sorry, we're doing this for the Meadows. My mistake.
Meadows in the field.
Yes.
Holsinger at bat, number 1, Tommy Browse.
All right, around the outfield, it is Nate Pisciotti in left for Holsinger. In center field, it is Joel Losel. And then we have in right field, Brody Carney. Around the infield, it is Cam Pike down at third base. At shortstop, Dom Pisciotti. Line drive down the first base line and fair. Rounding first on his way to second is Tom Browse. Heading into third, sliding. It's a leadoff triple down the right field line for Tom Browse, the shortstop for Holsinger, as they try to answer back on Greenwood Meadows. 1 run in the top half of this inning.
That was a well-hit ball, found its way deep in that right field corner.
Kanan Shields will step in, right-handed hitting second baseman for Holsinger Plumbing, with a tying run at third. Nice curveball by Colton Malloy, fouled off by Kanan Shields, strike 1.
Kanan likes LSU. His favorite food. He's right up your alley, Dave. He's a steak eater as well.
Okay, it's going to be an expensive trip after this game. That one just misses the inside corner. Malloy tried to bend it across there, and it did not go for him. No balls. I make that 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 pitch, misses outside low, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now on the right-handed hitting second baseman, Holsinger, Kanan Shields. 2-1 pitch on its way. Ground ball in the hole, and it gets by the shortstop, Dom Pisciotti, and into left field. Coming in to score is Tom Browse, and immediately Holsinger has answered to tie the game at 1 here in the bottom of the first.
It's one of those ones, that ball had eyes. It made its way out to left field there. It's a nice hit.
Nice thread the needle kind of shot. It did favor over to the shortstop. Diving attempt by Pisciotti. He could not get it. That'll bring up the pitcher, Shane Gordy. First trip to the plate. Pitches outside in the left-hander's batter's box. Shane, a right-handed hitter. Runner down at first is Kanan Shields with nobody out.
Shane's favorite movie, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Can't make that one up, Dave.
That one misses outside and low for ball 2.
I don't think Mom wrote that one in the lineup card.
No, I doubt that she did. Although I think you'll find a lot of horror film fans. That one's outside and low, and it's ball 3. Perhaps Colton Malloy rattled a little bit here with a quick start by Holsinger Plumbing. 3-0 pitch. That's right there. Got the fat part, the outside of the plate. Counts now 3-1.
He just took a little off that.
3-1 the count. Colton Malloy's pitch. Right down the middle. Strike 2 called. And moving down to second base. Throw down. They say it's in time. Nice tag by Don Pisciotti as Kanan Shields tried to move up. And Brian Fairbaugh, I don't know, Kanan popped up like he was playing Major League Baseball. He said, no, replay.
Yeah, no film on that one.
No, we don't have that available. There's a replay out there that you can watch, but it has nothing to do with the official functioning of this Little League Baseball game. Game being streamed on Facebook. Glad we could be a part of it. Shane Gordy fouls that pitch off.
Challenged him with a letter-high fastball, and Shane hung in there tight.
Count still full with 3-2. Nobody aboard and 1 out. Pitch on its way. Oh, what a curveball.
Goodness
Had him backing out of the way, and Shane Gordy is rung up.
Goodness, that was a very, very well-placed curveball.
And suddenly, there's a big momentum shift here in the first inning.
Number 24, Deshaun Hudson.
Deshaun Hudson, who I mistakenly called Watson the other night. First pitch to him is outside the low, ball 1.
Well, Deshaun leads the food critics here with meatballs as the favorite number 1 food for Deshaun.
Boy. Good job, Deshaun.
Going to make ourselves hungry here, Dave.
Wants a Parmesan for that. That one's over the outside part of the plate. Count evens up at 1-1 on Deshaun Watson. The right-handed hitter, he's up with 2 out and nobody aboard. Colton Malloy with the pitch. Outside corner, strike 2 called.
That's good work by Malloy on the mound coming back there.
This is such culture shock for Lou and I. We were in the party patio in Hollidaysburg in the outfield. Now we can actually see the plate, see where the ball is and all of that stuff. A swing and a miss by Deshaun Hudson, and that will do it for Holsinger Plumbing in their half of the first inning. Leadoff triple by Tom Browse. He comes in to score, and the score now at the end of 1 is Holsinger Plumbing 1 and Greenwood Meadows 1. Back with more. After this, you're listening to the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic, brought to you by Stuckey Automotive on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range. And I've yet to tell you, good old Uncle Sam will kick back up to $7,500 when you lease it. The bank and Stuckey Mitsubishi will chip in another $3,500 because, hey, why stop there? That's over $11,000 in savings when you lease the Outlander plug-in hybrid EV. Hey, you earned it. The Stuckey Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile. This summer, cruise all day long and all night long in style. The 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander and Eclipse Cross are so modern and so sophisticated, owners exude the cool factor wherever they go. And now, these SUVs are more affordable than ever with available 3.9% APR for 72 months. Shop new 2023 Outlander and Eclipse Cross models with more arriving at the Stuckey Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA.
Did I have
We're here for
3 fair bucks? It's not mine, I missed one of them.
What's that?
Okay, yeah. I'll just make sure. Does that make sense?
Okay. And we're back at Pleasant Valley and 9th Street Field. We head to the top half of the second inning in a 1-all game. Kind of game you want to see for a championship game. Nice close one
second inning for Greenwood
We head to the
is the pitcher, number 19.
top of the second. Colton Malloy, the pitcher, will face Shane Gordy of Holsinger Plumbing, and a cut and a miss by Malloy, strike one. No balls and a strike. 0-1 pitch on its way. Misses outside low. We're even at one on Colton Malloy.
Hey, Gordy working fast out there on the mound for Holsinger.
Big fan of the Buccos is Colton. His favorite player, Mike Trout. Fouls that one back in the count 1-2. Love his favorite movie, Benchwarmers. 1 ball, 2 strike count on him. Championship game of the Park-Home Altoona Baseball Classic. Colton Malloy awaits the pitch, and Gordy strikes him out with a changeup, and that is out number one here in the top half of the second inning.
That's a good mix to start the inning off here.
It'll bring up the left fielder, Nate Pisciotti. Nate's first trip to the plate tonight. 1 out, nobody aboard. Up around the head of Nate Pisciotti, ducks down and avoids contact. 1 ball, no strikes. Shane Gordy. That one just misses a little bit low, and it's a 2-0 count to Pisciotti, who's a fan of the Phils. And Ken Griffey Jr., that pitch inside gets him to take those legs and pull him away from home plate.
That's a
ball three.
Pretty small strike zone for Pisciotti as well.
That it is. You talk about pitching into a postage stamp. That might be the visual definition of that right there. And that one happened to be in the postage stamp. Taken for strike one. 3 balls and a strike on Nate. Outside corner, and the count is now full at 3-2. Max Wentz on deck for Greenwood Meadows. Jason McGinnis, the head coach of Greenwood Meadows, down at third. 1-1 pitch is inside, backs him up off the plate, and Nate Pisciotti draws the walk.
Number 8, Mav Wentz.
It's Mav Wentz who comes in. Short for Maverick. Obviously, it was named after an airplane, or a pilot of an airplane.
Something
in a
like
movie.
that, yeah.
In a movie. Maverick. Anyway. Pitches over the outside corner. He's a left-handed hitter, is Mav Wentz. And it's strike one. 1 out and a runner at first in Nate Pisciotti. A 1-1 tie here in the top of the second. Swing and a miss by Wentz, and these behind no balls and 2 strikes. I said when I was here on Tuesday, Wentz pops that one up and out of play. Count remains 0-2. That I got to be honest with you, I would not want to be in Brian Fairbaugh's shoes. I mean, it's nice to be undefeated, but to me, that's an extra piece of pressure on you here.
It's been a long ride for Brian and company.
That pitch way outside, and it gets away from catcher Deshaun Hudson, and moving up to second base is Nate Pisciotti. We're going to charge that up as a wild pitch. So Pisciotti at second with 1 out. And a 1-2 count now on Wentz. Swing and a miss by Maverick. And that is out number 2. 2 swinging strikeouts here for Shane Gordy in the second inning. Number 9 hitter is the right fielder Brody Carney. Rips one right back to the backstop right in front of us. Gave you the old chain rattle there. Chain link fence rattle. Just to prove for all of you out there, we're not sitting at the studio calling this game. 0-1 count, the pitch. Outside and in the turf. And the count evens up at 1-1 on Brody Carney. Runner at second, Nate Pisciotti, reached on a walk, advanced on a wild pitch, and Carney makes contact and hits it foul down the third base line. 1-2 the count. Brody's favorite team, the Yankees. Aaron Judge, favorite player. Oh, caught the biggest part of the outside of the plate, and it's strike three called. Striking out the side with one walk thrown in, Shane Gordy in the top half of the second inning. No runs across for Greenwood Meadows. At the end of 1.5, the score is Holsinger Plumbing 1 and Greenwood Meadows 1. You're listening to the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic, brought to you by Stuckey Automotive on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN. Okay, Lou, if you're going to, okay, the one time you took your headphones off, there might as well have been a thunderstorm right inside here.
Blow up, yeah.
It is so loud. You don't know that because you got it off your head. So, either reach over and turn yourself down or let me know and I can turn you down. Yeah, that was, like I say, that sounded like the Russians going to Ukraine.
Blew up in your head.
Yeah, it did. Welcome back to Pleasant Valley and 9th Street. That's known as the John Kraft Field as part of the Joe Sheets Baseball Complex here. It is the Park Home Baseball Classic, and there's a little pop-up to short off the bat of Trenton Fairbaugh, handled by Don Pisciotti, and that is your first out here in the bottom half of the second.
Yeah, a little tweener off the handle there for Trenton.
It's the Fairbaugh section of the lineup here.
Yes, we're getting into that
Trenton,
section.
Micah, and Xavier. Micah at the plate right now, and first pitch to him misses for a ball.
Micah's a Pirates fan, likes Roberto Clemente.
Big ceremony tonight prior to the Curve game. That one's over the outside corner, and strike one called. The count is even at 1-1. The Altoona Curve retiring number 21 for that team for the remainder of that franchise's existence. What an off-speed pitch by Colton Malloy as he fools Micah Fairbaugh, and the count now 1-2.
Yeah, he definitely had him guessing in there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on its way from Malloy. Misses outside and low, counts even at 2. So far, 22 pitches thrown by Colton McCoy, 34 through 2 innings for Gordy on the Holsinger Plumbing side. A swing and a miss, and strike 3. 2 up, 2 down for Holsinger in their half of the second inning. And the deluge of Fairbaughs concludes now with center fielder Xavier. Hits one up the middle. Second baseman ranges over. A nice play by Braden McGinnis goes on to first, and that'll do it for Holsinger Plumbing in their half of inning number 2. 3 up, 3 down. At the end of 2, the score, Holsinger Plumbing 1 and Greenwood Meadows 1. You're listening to the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic Championship game, brought to you by Stuckey Automotive on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
I've yet to tell you, good old Uncle Sam will kick back up to $7,500 when you lease it. The bank and Stucky Mitsubishi will chip in another $3,500 because, hey, why stop there?
Thanks.
That's over $11,000 in savings when you lease the Outlander plug-in hybrid EV. Hey, you've earned it. The Stucky Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA, we're here for every mile. This summer, cruise all day long and all night.
I've never heard this commercial in my life.
Free Mitsubishi Outlander and equip
Neither have I. It's not repetitive at all.
And now, these SUVs are more affordable than ever with available.
Do you have nightmares and you wake up and this spot's on?
The background music to my nightmares is this song. It's just a 30-second loop.
Yeah. Welcome back to John Kraft Field. Dave Shannon, Lou Seidel, bringing you the championship game of the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic. It's brought to you by Stuckey Automotive. Happy that we can be here. Just saw a great game in Hollidaysburg, and now this championship game here. Shane Gordy starts out with one that was just a bit high.
High and inside on the call.
Dom needed one of those 12-foot step ladders to get a good swing on that. That is ball one, and the count is 1-0. That one's right down the middle and off the end of the bat. It's grounded to Kanan. Kanan Shields is able to make the play, throw over to first baseman Micah Fairbaugh, and that is out number one. So Loschel steps in now for Greenwood Meadows.
He got on a base on balls in the first inning.
Came around to score. No, I'm sorry, it was Pisciotti that
scored, yeah.
Loschel. His favorite movie is Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise fan, huh? How about them? Mm-hmm. That pitch misses. It's ball 2 to Loschel. Shane Gordy checks in with his catcher, Deshaun Hudson, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. That is strike one.
That was a riser. That was letter high and kept rising, and he took a whack at it.
2-1 count. That one's hit high down the left field line and twisting foul. Whew. That's what you do if you're a Holsinger fan right now. You go. Whew.
Yeah, you do.
Right now, just a noisy strike, and the count's even at 2. You just can't put together a much better evening for a Little League baseball game than what we have here tonight. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 up, 2 down for Greenwood Meadows in their half of the third.
Yeah, that's nice work on the mound, too. Very relaxed out there, good delivery. Brings Cam Pike to the plate for Greenwood.
Cam Pike recorded the second out of the inning, grounding out to Kanan Shields back in the first. And that pitch misses, ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 out, nobody aboard. This one is fouled off down the first base line. It's in that little gap there at the end of the tall fencing down the first base line and where the bleachers are for the fans. 1-1 the count. Shane Gordy ready to bring the 1-1 pitch. Off-speed delivery. Just kind of froze Cam at the plate. Counts now 1-2.
Yeah, a little mix of that speed there, you know, it makes the ball look different coming out of off the fingertips of that pitcher.
1-2 pitch. Inside, backs him off the plate in a hurry.
Cam hung in there, though. He didn't bend till the last second.
Count is even at 2. We're in the third inning. That was pitch number 45 for Shane Gordy. And the break-even pitch, grounded, Gordy quickly off the mound like a cat, pounces on that and tosses to Micah Faribault, and that'll do it for Greenwood Meadows in their half of the third. 3 up, 3 down. And now the score at the end of 2.5. It is Holsinger Plumbing 1 and Greenwood Meadows 1. It is the championship game of the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range. And I've yet to tell you, good old Uncle Sam will kick back up to $7,500 when you lease it. The bank at Stucky Mitsubishi will chip in another $3,500 because, hey, why stop there?
So how much of this commercial have you memorized?
Oh, they're all new to me.
Oh, really?
I'm really excited with the production work on these commercials. It's exciting.
It makes me happy to know that they made them very
This is what happens when a salesman gets greedy.
Dave's going to quit hanging out with me if I keep making those kind of statements.
With more arriving data at the Stucky Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for everyone.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN.
Welcome back to John Kraft Field, Pleasant Valley Boulevard and 9th Street. I'm Dave Shannon, joined by Lou Seidel. We are here for the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic, being brought to you on the radio by Stucky Automotive. We're on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, also being streamed on Facebook. You want to check out the game there. Had somebody come in and say something totally disheartening on Tuesday when I was here. I can just sit at home and watch it on my big screen TV.
There you go.
That pitch misses outside to Carter Klausman for ball 1.
Well, Carter's a future Secret Service man because we have no information on Carter. Nothing filled out. Completely.
No, we
dark.
got a new.
Did
we
you
got
get a new update
sheet,
there?
Yeah.
I thought he just forbade us to talk about any of his
No,
likes.
his dad actually brought that up here, and if you ignore that, it's going to be between you and Jared as to what happens
that's
after
all right.
that.
That's all right. We know Jared's daddy.
2-0 the count.
So now that we have that deep from the pile, he's a North Carolina fan.
Okay.
Plays basketball and football as well.
Tar those heels. 3-0 pitch. Off the bat handle, it's fouled, and the count now 3-1 on Carter Klausman, Jared's kid. Jared was quite insistent that we have that before the
glad
game.
He brought it in.
3-1 pitch. It was 2-1, actually. And it's now 3-1 after that pitch. Leadoff batter here in the bottom half of the third in a tie game. We're knotted up at 1. Off the bat handle, fouled down the first base line, and first base coach can't handle it, but first baseman goes over and said, "I got you covered, coach."
Klausman hung in there on that curveball. It was a late, slow-moving curveball. He hung in there, took a hack at it.
Full count pitch. Fouled off again off the bat handle. Three balls, 2 strikes. It's a long at-bat here for Carter Klausman. Change up there. High chopper fielded by Malloy and thrown on to Mav Wentz at first, and there's one out. Positive result if you're a Greenwood Meadows fan on that play.
Yeah, 1-3 if you're keeping score at home on that one.
If you're scoring at home or even if you're alone.
Nice.
That pitch is in there for strike 1 on Corbin Johnston.
Corbin is an Angels fan.
That's good.
And
So you have Shohei listed?
Doesn't have Shohei listed.
What?
No.
Grounder to second Grayson McGinnis up with it to Mav Wentz. 2 up, 2 down.
The ground out brings up the shortstop. Number 1, Thomas Brown.
So Tom Browse, the shortstop, steps in. He started the game with a ringing shot down the left field line, and he kept running until he got all the way to third base. Leadoff triple, came in to score.
There's a nice curve. He cut that one off.
Yep, that one is in there, and it's strike one.
And Tommy likes the movie Rambo, and he's another one of those steak guys.
I think that kind of goes together. If you're a Rambo fan, you're eating steak. That one is fouled over toward the Holsinger dugout down the first base line, and it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Tom Browse. No balls, 2 strikes, and a tie game for the championship of the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic. Gets a hold of one, but pulls it foul. Count remains 0-2.
Yeah, Malloy hung that. Was a hanging curveball, and Tommy just turned on that one. He got all of it.
There's an art to hitting home runs. Yeah, you love to see those hanging curves, but you got to get the timing down for that. There's a line drive up the middle and into center field for a base hit. The 0-2 pitch to him is handled by Tom Browse. And with 2 out, there's a runner aboard for Holsinger Plumbing. It'll bring up second baseman Kanan Shields.
Cannon Shields.
Well, he's another one of those LSU fans. That's his Cannon.
This one is fouled down the first base line into the bleachers down there and out of play. Strike one.
Brought to you by UPMC Altoona. Enjoy your souvenir.
No balls, 1 strike. Runner at first, Tom Browse, and 2 out. All right down the middle, and that one's taken. And Kanan says, And it's like,
Well, he didn't like it. That gives him another look here.
0-2 the count. See if Malloy can get out of this inning. Just missed.
I teased him with that one. I was trying to touch that outside corner, and it was, letter high.
Just missed that corner out there. That one is popped into left field, just enough to get it out there. Stopping at second base is Tom Browse, and Kanan Shields with the single down at first.
And that was a slow curveball, and, Cannon just hung, sat back on it, and was able to hit that.
So 2 on. All this activity after 2 were out here for Greenwood Meadows in their half of the third. Ground ball, first baseman Mav Wentz is up with it. He'll win the race to the bag. Nice job by Mav. Takes care of that, and that'll do it for Holsinger Plumbing in their half of inning number 4. Wow, this game's flying along. Now I jinxed it. The score at the end of 3 is Holsinger Plumbing 1 and Greenwood Meadows 1. Back with more after this on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range.
Is there a pitch count or anything like that? Any crazy rules?
Yep, you can go up to 100.
100.
And get a Honda.
That's over $11,000 in savings when you lease the Outlander.
Guy pitched the other night, one game I did through a Honda.
We're here for every mile. This summer, cruise all day long and all night long in style. The 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander and Eclipse Cross are so modern and so sophisticated. Owners get the zoo and cool factor wherever they go. And now, these SUVs are more affordable than ever with available 3.9% APR for 72 months. Shop new 2023 Outlander and Eclipse Cross models with more arriving daily. And this Mitsubishi
Did you crank up your roaster blender today or anything?
No, I don't own one. I just know what they are.
Just laughing about that.
Welcome back to John Kraft Field, Pleasant Valley Boulevard and 9th Street. That's where the field is. It's part of the Joseph M. Sheets Baseball Complex, and that is where the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic is going on. This is the championship game. It's brought to you by Stuckey Automotive on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train. We're into the fourth inning, and Brayson McGinnis is at the plate with a 1-ball, no-strike count on him. On the hill, it is Shane Gordy. That pitch was inside, but McGinnis kind of liked it. Took a cut and fouled it off. Counts even at 1. McGinnis with a fly ball out to right field for the second out back in the first inning. That pitch misses, and it's ball 2. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, both pitchers working quick off the mound. Not a lot of wasted time or motion out there.
That one's in there, taken by Brayson, and the count evens up at 2-2. Brayson McGinnis likes Fernando Tatis Jr., and that's okay because Brayson just swung and missed for strike 3, and I've seen Tatis Jr. take a couple of cuts like that this year. One gone in the Greenwood Meadows half of the fourth. And it brings up Jackson Winterburn, the catcher. Has a big cut at the first pitch by Shane Gordy at strike 1.
Yeah, Shane getting back in the groove there on the mound. Throws some good strikes, does a good ball placement.
0-1 pitch. He hits him. Ooh, that came in pretty hard. Hit him on the upper part of the arm, and the umpires go, whoa, we got to make sure you're okay. It did clip the helmet as well.
Too, so, yeah. Everybody checks on him. He's going to scoot down to first base.
He said it's Friday, so he's good to go.
To bring up the pitcher, number 19, Colton Malloy.
Fastball by Shane Gordy. And Jackson Winterburn is down at first base now. Colton Malloy steps in, squares the bunt, takes the first pitch, and it gets by the catcher, Deshaun Hudson, to the backstop. We're going to call that the old wild pitch. That allows Jackson Winterburn to get up to second base. The 1-0 pitch is a swing and a miss by Malloy, and the count now even at 1.
See if Malloy can help his own cause here, get a little infield action, get something out in that outfield.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch. That one stays high, and the count now 2-1 on Colton Malloy. The 2-1 pitch on its way from Gordy. Wow. Outside corner, strike 2 called, and we're even up at 2. That was pitch number 57 for Shane Gordy. Number 58 is inside, almost hits Colton Malloy, and it does allow Jackson, that is, Winterburn, to move up to third. Nearly 2 runners back-to-back being hit by pitch. He does get out of the way. The count is at 3-2. There is 1 out, but now the go-ahead run at third. 3-2 pitch. That's ball 4. And that will bring up Nate Pisciotti.
The walk brings up the left fielder, number 3, Nate Pisciotti.
Pisciotti walked his first time up.
And he did. And Brian Faribaugh comes out of the Holsinger plumbing dugout, calls the whole infield together, and they'll have a little conversation on the mound.
Pisciotti got that small strike zone too. We'll see if we get into a little small ball here. If he lays one down, where you're going to make that play. Force at second, you try to squeeze that run home. Interesting scheming on both sides here with a 1-1 tie.
I think probably one of the things that Brian may be a bit concerned with is with the amount of pitches inside high from Shane Gordy. He wants him to make sure he's careful with that pitch, because even if you don't hit the batter, then you're running that risk of a pass ball or a wild pitch that allows the go-ahead run to score without them having to hit the ball at all.
And a little bit of depth here behind home plate.
Yeah, I think it's more than what they have there at Hollidaysburg. Squaring to bunt, pulling back, and taking strike one is Pisciotti, taking advantage of that situation. The runner at first base, Colton Malloy, moves to second.
Yeah, they just forfeited that. Now it's an easy out at first if you hold the runner at third, anything hitting the infield.
Second and third with one out, and a no-ball, one-strike count on Nate Pisciotti. Outside corner, strike two. Boy, Shane Gordy can bear down here and somehow get Pisciotti out at the plate. That'd be huge. Dom likes cheesecake, buddy.
Yeah, I haven't seen many desserts on these lineups here. A lot of good meat and potatoes, youngsters here.
He's a fan of the Phillies. Favorite college, Oklahoma.
Boomer Sooner.
Mm-hmm. 0-2 count and the pitch. Inside and high, backs him off the plate. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jackson Winterburn was hit by a pitch after there was 1 out here in the 4th inning. That pitch is in the dirt, counts even at 2. And it squirts away, but Sean Hudson's able to go over there and get it. Shane Gordy came in quickly off the mound, so no advance from third base by Winterburn. Malloy is at second base. Here's a ground ball toward short. Throw comes home, and it's over the catcher. Deshaun Hudson cannot catch that one, as the throw from Tom Browse, just a little bit too much, and I would venture a guess that there's some regret about not sending Colton Malloy home. But there is a run that does come in. Jackson Winterburn comes home, and it is now 2-1 in favor of Greenwood Meadows. Pisciotti reaching on the fielder's choice. He moved up to second base with all of that going on.
Yeah, it was good base running.
And it's Mav Wentz at the plate. Maverick, second trip up, struck out swinging on his previous at-bat back in the second. 0-1 the count on him. Popped up, out of play.
That's a good hack at the bat there. And he's down 0-2, but he tried to do that forced bunt with the first pitch.
Still just 1 out for Greenwood Meadows. Opportunity for more runs out on the bases. Pops that one up. Shallow right. What a catch by Kanan Shields. Throws home. That was almost an inning-ending double play. And now, boy, they almost got Nate Pisciotti. He decided to try to move up when the throw came home and then dallied a little bit too long. Almost did not get back to second base, but a great play by Shields. Right at the edge of the artificial turf and the grass outfield.
And that scores Colton Malloy from third.
It is now 3-1 in favor of Meadows from Greenwood. There's a weak grounder off the mound as Gordy picks it up, throws. It's in the turf, and it bounces over to the fence. Rounding third, coming home, scoring Nate Pisciotti. Moving up to second on the throw is Brody Carney. Carney at second. 3 runs in the inning. It is Greenwood Meadows 4 and Holsinger Plumbing 1.
Yeah, a couple errant throws there on the field, and this game has turned on a dime.
That, my friends, is a Little League 2-run shot. It's just the way those happen. Back around to the top of the order, and Dom Pisciotti up for a third trip here. Was up last inning and grounded out to Shields. Singled and scored back in the first. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count on him here. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Of course, Little League 6-inning game. This is the championship game of the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic. 1-1 the count and the pitch. That's taken by Pisciotti. And the count now is 2 balls and a strike to the right-handed hitting shortstop.
The outfielders are straight away
That's
here.
wonderful.
That one is going to get down.
That one is down in fair territory. That is down the right field line. They pick it up. Another run comes in for Greenwood Meadows. Pulling in at second base, it's Don Pisciotti with a 2-out double down the right field line.
Carney scores.
Greenwood Meadows 5 and Holsinger Plumbing 1. Brian Fairbaugh comes out of the dugout, and that will probably be it for Shane Gordy, hitting the 73 pitch mark. That's just a great piece of hitting by Don Pisciotti.
Yeah, head down. He took it to the opposite field and then legs it out for a double.
Takes it the other way for 2 and an RBI. And it's going to be Keenan Shields on the mound, I do believe. Yep. That'll be Shane Gordy at second, so a direct swap there between second base and first.
Yeah, and it's calmed down here. It's a nice night, as you said, for baseball. Love this artificial playing surface, getting used to doing the games on it. The youngsters like it. It keeps the uniforms clean. They get a lot more playable days. And we had that severe weather roll through last night, and the traditional field might not have held up.
Not quite this well. The one thing, though, there's a lot of time between when that rain went through at about 11:30 or midnight last night and this point in today. So, but it saves a lot of games.
Yeah,
I think they actually have assigned a number to the games that it saved here at John Kraft Field.
Now pitching for Holsingers, number 2, Cannon Shields. This pitching change is brought to you by First Summit Bank.
Well, and the other thing is, these have been around for a couple of years. There's not a lot of injuries as well, as the kids are used to playing on this. There's a must-slide rule. So.
Yeah, there's a plus to that, and they've also now become acquainted with how hot artificial turf gets in the summer when the sun beats on it. Loschel is at the plate now. Joel at the plate for a third trip. He walked back in the first, struck out in the third. We're in the fourth right now. And the first pitch outside low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at second, Don Pisciotti with a big 2-out double to continue the scoring and put Greenwood Meadows up by a 5-1 score. That hit his bat twice. Is he out now?
No,
that's not it.
He can't get 2 strikes either, so we can't go there, Dave.
1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs with a runner at second. Second time I've seen that this week. 1-1 pitch misses outside, so it's 2-1 now on Joel, that is, Loschel. Two-one pitch on its way, right off the end of the back. That is definitely get the man a little chalk for that cue stick. That couldn't have been any more off the end of the bat than if you drew it up and let an artificial intelligence figure hit that. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fooled him with that curveball over the outside corner, and that'll do it for Greenwood Meadows in their half of the fourth inning. But a lot of damage done there. 4 runs across for Greenwood Meadows in their half of the fourth. And now the score at the end of 3.5, it's Greenwood Meadows 5, Holsinger Plumbing 1. You're listening to the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range. And I've yet to tell you, good old Uncle Sam will kick back up to $7,500 when you lease it. Wow. The bank and Stucky Mitsubishi will chip in another $3,500 because, hey, why stop there? Thanks. That's over $11,000 in savings when you lease the Outlander plug-in hybrid EV. Hey, you've earned it. The Stucky Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for everyone. this summer, cruise all day long and all night long in style. The 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander and Eclipse Cross are so modern and so sophisticated, owners exude the cool factor wherever they go. And now, these SUVs are more affordable than ever with available 3.9% APR for 72 months. Shop new 2023 Outlander and Eclipse Cross models with more arriving daily at the Stuckey Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train WTRN.
We are back at John Kraft Field. The Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic is being brought to you by Stuckey Automotive on 96.9 and 100.7. The Train WTRN. Holsinger Plumbing. The undefeated season at this point, trying to finish up that way and take the championship of this tournament, but they got a little bit of work to do here as Deshaun Hudson steps in and fouls off the first pitch for strike one.
As we said, Deshaun is his favorite subject is science, and he likes the Angels and Griffey from the Angels.
Sure it's not Ken Griffey Jr. from previous years?
Yeah.
All right, 0-2 the count here on Deshaun Hudson.
I'm going to blame that on Team Mom filling out the forms.
Okay, could be that. He may be unfortunately siding with Matt Bortner, who worked these games earlier this week. He's the guy that made that little sheet that you're looking at.
Did he?
Yeah,
All right. Well,
no mommies involved there.
We'll take Uncle Matt did a good job putting this together for us. We're not flipping through and getting all those paper cuts.
Swing and a miss, and strike three to Deshaun Hudson. Here comes the trio of fair balls. We begin with Trenton, who pops up the first pitch. That is strike one, out of play. Trenton, the third baseman. It'll pop up to the shortstop back in the second inning for the first out of that inning. We're now in the fourth. Greenwood Meadows up by a score of 5-1 in the pitch. Misses low that time, and the count is even at 1 on Trenton Fairball.
And Trenton's an up-and-coming wrestler. He placed fourth in the state in his division twice.
Good job, Trenton. That one misses outside, and the count now 2-1 on the right-handed hitting third baseman of Holsinger Plumbing. 2-1 pitch, misses outside. Now 3-1. Right now, I'm sure Holsinger would take any kind of a rally starter, be it a walk, whatever. 3-1 pitch, grounded down third base way. And up with it and over to first for the out is Cam Pike. Throwing over to Mav Wentz. And there's one out. He'll make that 2 out.
That's the second out of the inning.
Second out of the inning, and Trenton Fairball down 5-3. And that'll bring up number 2 of the triplet Fairballs. This one is Micah, who was a strikeout victim back in the second.
And his favorite movie is Bench Warmers, and he likes French fries.
Well, who doesn't? 0-1 pitch. Misses outside. And the count evens up at 1-1 on Micah Fairball. 2 out and nobody aboard for Holsinger Plumbing. Off-speed pitch is grounded softly toward the shortstop. Dom Pisciotti throws over. What a play by Wentz at first. Stretches out, makes the scoop, and retires the side. Great job, Maverick Wentz.
Yeah,
That'll do it for Holsinger Plumbing in their half of the fifth inning. No runs across now. In the fourth inning. No runs across at the end of 4. It is Greenwood Meadows 5, Holsinger Plumbing 1. Back with more after this on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range. And I've yet to tell you, good old Uncle Sam will kick back up to $7,500 when you lease it. The bank at Stucky Mitsubishi will chip in another $3,500 because, hey, why stop there? That's over $11,000 in savings when you lease the Outlander plug-in hybrid EV. Hey, you've earned it. The Stucky Mitsubishi Supercenter.
Hey, could you stand there and read random words for us?
This summer, cruise all day long and
Me?
No, the girl in the ad. Thanks. Oh, great.
Wow.
Well, I'm getting paid for that, don't you? Oh, man.
For a minute, I was like, is there something wrong with the mic?
And 100.7. The Train WTRN.
Top of the fifth inning in the championship game of the Park Home Altoona Classic, being brought to you by Stuckey Automotive on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train WTRN. We are in the top of the fifth, 5-1. Greenwood Meadows leads, and there at the plate, and it's Cam Pike who takes a cut at that one and misses, and it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count on him.
Another one of those small strike zones for the Greenwood team.
1-1 pitch, and he goes the other way with it down the first base line. Is strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cam yet to reach base in this game. Keenan Shields wants to keep it that way. Off-speed pitch, weakly grounded. Shortstop charges and throws, but it's wide of the first baseman, and that will allow Camden Pike to reach. Tom Browse with a strong throw over to first, but hurried and wide of the first baseman, Micah Fairbaugh. Leadoff person is on. That is an E6, allowing Pike to reach, and it brings up Grayson McGinnis.
McGinnis hasn't reached base tonight.
Squares the bunt, pulls it back, takes. That is ball one.
That'll fly out there and struck out his last time up.
1 ball and no strikes. Talk about an efficient game being pitched. That one was right down the middle. There was a bunt attempt by McGinnis, but throwing it right by him was Keenan Shields. Third baseman, first baseman, both were charging in. It was a Fairbaugh attack. Micah and Trenton. Trenton from third, Micah from first. 1-1 pitch, misses outside low, and count now is 2-1 on Grayson McGinnis. Two-one pitch on its way. Just misses low, and the count now 3-1. Cam Pike is down at first base. 3-1 pitch on its way from Shields. A big cut and a miss by McGinnis, and now we have a full count. Uh-oh, the necklace fell out. An adjustment by Shields on the mound. 3-2 pitch outside corner, and strike three called.
That painted that outside corner very nicely. You know, Shields doing a good job on the mound for Holsinger.
Jackson Winterburn will step in. He got all the scoring started last inning, being hit by a pitch. He came around to score. Colton Malloy did. Nate Pisciotti. That pitch is high to Winterburn, and that is ball one. Once again, a tiny strike zone here. Pitch into that postage stamp. 1-0 is outside, 2-0.
Yeah, the outfielders are cheating in here on Winterburn as well. They're really playing shallow. Anything hitting one of these gaps, they could be running for a long time.
5-1. Meadows with the lead. Squaring the bunt, pulling back as Winterburn. It's called a strike, and he does one of those where he looks up at the sky like, you're kidding me, right? Strike one. 2-1. And you know he's a catcher, so he should know whether that was in the strike zone, right? Winterburn takes that over the outside corner, and now he does that.
Yeah, he's not a happy camper right
No, he's
there.
not.
Poor Jackson. He's getting beat up there on those painted corner strikes.
One One more pitch at 2-2, and that's up around the helmet. So Jackson ducks down, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, Shields let that one go high above the right ear, and it was just not coming down.
No gravity involved. 3-2 pitch.
Hung tough.
Rip foul over toward the Holsinger dugout off of the chain link. The beauty of Little League Baseball, hits that chain link, goes right back into play. I have no idea how many balls we would have gone through already here tonight. We were doing that like the majors do. Ends up being a one-out walk to Jackson Winterburn, so 2 on now with that 1 out. And I do believe Mr. Klausman's heading out there to talk to the guys. So the entire infield comes in here for this conversation before Colton Malloy will bat. And I'll tell you what, this is a situation here, Lou. You let this get to 7-1, and this is going to be for an undefeated team. And right now, Greenwood's playing solid.
They are. They're playing some good ball, and, you know.
Malloy's doing well on the mound. He's only thrown 54 pitches through 4 innings. So there are a lot of things favoring Greenwood Meadows here. Malloy steps in with a chance to help himself even further. Has a big cut and a miss, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Runner at second base is Camden Pike. Down at first, it's Jackson Winterburn. There's one. It's over the head of the shortstop, Tom Browse. And they're going to send the runner from third. Coming in, there's the throw, and he is safe. The ball popped out of the glove of the catcher, Deshaun Hudson, and that allows Camden Pike to score to make it 6-1.
Yeah, it was well hit to left field to come up with the throw.
And you had to launch that one pretty good because I'll tell you what, Tom Browse is not a short young man out there.
No. Leaves
RBI single, makes it 6-1. Yeah. And Nate Pisciotti steps in with 2 on and 1 out. Both runners take, I guess you could call them big leads. They're trying to fake out somebody to make another bad throw. 0-1 pitch is fouled off. The upper part, you've got this high chain link there down the first base line and the left field line. And then on the first base side, in an effort to protect vehicles that may be parked in that area, they have netting that goes up there for another good stretch. 0-2 pitch. Shields catches outside corner, and Nate Pisciotti is called out on strikes. That's huge for Holsinger, as that is now the second out in the inning. And Maverick Wentz will step in. Two out, 2 on the pitch. Wentz with a grounder in the hole between short and third, moving over Browse, and a strong throw to first. And that will do it for the Meadows in their half of the 5th inning. They do put another run across, and now at the end of 4.5 innings, it is Greenwood Meadows 6 and Holsinger Plumbing 1. You're listening to the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range. And I've yet to
oh, there's a woohoo.
Oh, my.
Oh, woohoo could have been worth a new car or something. Thanks.
Right? Like, I knew there was a thanks, I knew there was a wow, but a woohoo, I didn't know that one the first time.
Hey, everyone.
All day long and all night long in style. The 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander and Eclipse Cross are so modern and so sophisticated, owners exude the cool factor wherever they go. And now, these EVs are more affordable than ever with available 3.9% APR for 72 months. Shop new 2023 Outlander and Eclipse Cross models with more at the Stuckey Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley Park. We're here for everybody.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train WTRN.
Woohoo! Thought I'd throw that in there. From John Kraft Field, Pleasant Valley Boulevard and 9th Street, Dave Shannon, Lou Seidel. Jake's trying to get us in trouble back at the radio ranch.
Special effects. Jake's all over it.
As we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, and Holsinger Plumbing has some work to do. They are trailing by a score of 6-1 here. And what a pitching performance thus far by Colton Malloy. 54 pitches through 4 innings of work. Well done, young man. And it's Xavier Fairbaugh at the plate for Holsinger, and the first pitch to him is a ball. The count is 1-0.
Yeah, Xavier likes the Yankees, Babe Ruth, and his favorite movie is Rocky IV.
1-0 pitch. Goes the other way with it, fouled down the first base line, and it's a 1-1 count. He grounded out to the second baseman, Brayson McGinnis, back in inning number 2. Last inning, Holsinger went 3 up, 3 down. That pitch is outside, and the count now 2-1. Looking for signs of life here offensively. Holsinger Plumbing. Outside low, 3-1 now.
It's a good eye on Xavier out there. Again, he's not got another one of those small strike zones.
He does
I don't know what that
the
was
Willie
about.
Stargell windmill. 3-1 pitch is fouled off the end of the bat into the parking area. Counts 3-2.
Getting a little pumped up at the plate. He just wants to make something happen.
Haven't seen that windmill since Willie used to do it.
Indeed.
Full count. Payoff pitch. High. Ball 4. Holsinger Plumbing. Got to start somewhere. Maybe this is where it begins for them. Trailing by 5 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, they've not been this down this far all season.
Carter Klausman at the plate. And that is right down the middle and strike 1 called.
Favorite food, Taps Burger. Very unique burger. And likes the movie Sandlot.
Who doesn't? You're un-American if you don't like that. That pitch is a ball, and the count is even up at 1-1. Runner at first, Xavier Fairbaugh. And a little equipment adjustment for Mr. Winterburn. Jackson's good to go now. And so is the pitcher, Colton Malloy, sorry. That pitch is a check swing, and it's a ball. Count is 2-1. Two-one count. Leadoff walk to Fairbaugh. He's at first. 2-1 pitch. Misses outside. It's ball 3. 3-0.
We'll see if Malloy can come back here with something. Really good pitches, though. He's taking his time. He's still throwing the ball strong and hard.
3-1 pitch. That one just getting a piece of it on the swing as Klausman fouls it back, and the count's full at 3-2. Whole problem here is this will be back-to-back batters mounting a, quote, large number of pitches. This will be pitch number 6 in this at-bat. And that one's fouled off. So the count remains full at 3-2.
Yeah, it was a letter-high curveball. It just hung up there. Carter took a whack at it.
Carter Klausman wearing That's honorable number 21. Payoff pitch again is outside, and number 21 has drawn a walk. 2 on, nobody out.
Brings up the left fielder, number 8, Corbin.
Things can happen in a hurry if you get one of those big hits. Corbin Johnston is going to go to the plate, but need I remind you who is coming up after that? Tom Brous, known to put a little bit of a sting into the baseball.
Now the organ player has arrived.
Right.
He was just a little late getting here. A little traffic on the boulevard, Dave.
Yeah, okay.
And he takes quarters. You just put another quarter in for the next song.
Got it.
Just like the old days.
Is that like the famous Zoltan?
Zoltan.
Where you put the quarter in, you get your future predicted?
I don't even want to see it, Dave. You know, just leave it alone.
Oh, hey, you're the guy who brought up horror movies. I thought I'd bring up creepy people that predict the future when you throw a quarter in the slot. All right, 2 on, nobody out, and the first pitch is a strike to Corbin Johnston. Corbin at the plate for a second trip, grounded out to second. Takes that one
too quick
over the
strikes.
outside corner. So Colton Malloy got a good pep talk from his coach. That one's fouled over toward the Holsinger dugout. Count still, no balls and 2 strikes. It's amazing what the right kind of talk from the head coach will do for a team. That one misses outside and low. And the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes on Corbin Johnston.
Yeah, Corbin likes Penn State. And he likes the movie E.T.
Creepy aliens. Anyway.
Phone home.
Yeah, they ride in the basket on your bike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Weak pop-up. And there is Mav Wentz making the catch right in front of the bag down the first base line. That is out number 1.
First out of the inning.
That was pretty big for Greenwood Meadows there.
As you said, here comes the big guy.
Yep, Tom Brous.
For Holsingers.
Tom Brous spanked a triple to start the game for Holsinger offensively. Another sharp shot up the middle as well. And that has not phased Colton Malloy as he throws that curveball over the outside corner, and that is strike 1. 74 pitches now for Malloy. This one's popped up, shallow right. Second baseman going out, makes the catch. Braden McGinnis with a good defensive play. I'll tell you what, they're really solid out there in the field because these are the little things in a big pressure game like this that every once in a while you just make that mistake.
Yeah,
fading back out of the infield.
They're playing loose and they're playing together.
2 gone, 2 on, the pitch. That is grounded to the shortstop. Throws to the second baseman who was not on the bag yet. He could have gone to the bag maybe himself, and I think that's what he was thinking of. But he saw that Carter Klausman was coming up on him too quickly. And so the throw came in a little bit late for Grayson McGinnis. And now the head coach of Greenwood Meadows, Jason McGinnis, is going to go out and say, "What's that all about?" And he gets the Canadian explanation and goes back to the, almost made it back to the dugout. Still discussing things with the second base umpire. By the way, tip of the cap to the folks that organized the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic. 4 umpires for this game.
Yeah, it's very
home plate umpire, first and third base umpires that can cover the lines for you as well, and an umpire at second base. All right, now bases loaded and 2 out. And that is Shane Gordy at the plate as Shields reaches on the fielder's choice to load him up.
Yeah, Shane likes the Pirates, and his favorite food is tacos.
A lot of pressure on Shane here. Here in the 5th inning, you want to get maybe at least 2 of these guys in.
Yeah, Malloy hung a curve there. Shane just hung tough and just ducked out of the way at the last minute.
1 ball, no strikes. 2 out with the bases loaded. The pitch. Nice curveball. Third baseman fields that, wins the race to the bag, dove to the bag with his glove. What a play. Cam Pike. That'll retire the side. Holsinger threatens but cannot score. And the score now at the end of 5. It is Greenwood Meadows 6, Holsinger Plumbing 1. Back with the 6th inning. After we take this time out on 96.9 and 100.7, the train, that is, WTRN.
30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range. And I've yet to tell you, good old Uncle Sam will kick back up to $7,500 when you lease it. The bank and stuff in Mitsubishi will chip in another $3,500 because, hey, why stop there? That's over $11,000 in savings.
Yeah, there's a light here somewhere.
It's one over on the, or coming in. I don't know. There's one over there.
I don't know what that one does there.
I think that's a scoreboard. I'm not touching that. Crazy.
Yeah, shut everything down.
I think it's right over there. Isn't that it over there?
You have to ask one of the kids over there. Yeah, we're trying.
And we're back.
As we are in
It's the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic, brought to you by Stuckey Automotive exclusively on 96.9 and 100.7, the train, WTRN. It'll be the top of the 6th inning. Greenwood Meadows controlling the score and the game. 6-1 they're ahead. They have another mile to go, and they could be crowned the champions of the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic. One that many people would not have thought could happen. But right now, all they have to do is get 3 more outs on Holsinger, and that will be it. At the plate, it's Brody Carney. First pitch to him was a ball, fouls that one off, and the count evens up at 1-1.
Yeah, working fast out there is Shields.
Brody's favorite movie's Major League. Favorite college is Pitt. And his favorite food is pizza. I'd like a slice right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes account on Brody Carney. Oh my, nice change-up curve. Wow, what a pitch.
He took a little off of that, yeah.
Nice pitch by Shields for the first out of the inning. Dom Pisciotti steps up.
A couple of hits tonight. He's been on base twice.
Yes, he has. He scored back in the first inning. And he doubled, picked up an RBI back there in inning number 4. He's now up here in the 6th with nobody aboard and 1 out. First pitch to him, a ball. Dom is a right-handed hitter. That one is low, and it is ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. You know who Dom's favorite player is? Barry Bonds.
There's a reach back.
That one is fouled down the third base line. 2 balls and a strike now to Dom Pisciotti. 2-1 count. The pitch. Tried to bend that one in, did Shields, but it does not get there. The count now 3-1. Keenan Shields came in relief of Shane Gordy, who went to second base and started the play there. And there's one right at the knees, and it is called strike 2. It's a full count on Dom Pisciotti.
And Shields up to his 36th pitch, so he's got the rest of the way with no worries.
Yeah, it's nice to come in, later in the game. He was the starter in the Tuesday night game that I did here with Matt Bordner. A walk to Dom Pisciotti. He heads down to first base. Joel Loschel steps in now. Center fielder. Where's number 0? Got the Samson hair showing. Don't cut that stuff. Won't be able to hit. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
A couple of strikeouts previously, and he got to first on a walk in the first inning.
No balls and 1 strike. 1 out, 1 on. 0-1 pitch. That one is looped toward right field, out into right center. It gets by the right fielder. Carter Klausman has that one go all the way to the fence. Coming home to score, run number 7 is Dom Pisciotti, and Joel Loschel ends up with a double to right center field.
That was a well-hit ball.
It is 7-1 in favor of Greenwood Meadows with 1 out and a runner at second base, Joel Loschel. That brings up Cam Pike, and it also brings Deshaun Hudson out from behind the plate to go talk to Kanan Shields.
Yeah, Cam got on an error in the 5th inning, and 2 other trips to the plate, force out and force out. So he
has hit the ball well, so we'll see if he can make good contact here. Pike steps in. Ooh, there comes a little heat over the inside part of the plate, but a little too far inside. It's ball 1. 1-0 the count on Cam Pike. His favorite college is Penn State. Swing and a miss, and the count evens up at 1 on Camden Pike. .41 pitches now for Kanan Shields. That one gets by Deshaun Hudson and will go to the backstop. A wild pitch allows Joel Loschel to get up to third base. I'm sure if talk to Brian Fairbaugh right now, he'd say this has turned into one of those Murphy's Law kind of games.
It sure has.
2 balls and a strike to count. The pitch. Inside, Watson smothers that one, but it's ball 3 and the count 3-1.
Yeah, that was a good grab by Watson to scoot out of the catcher spot there.
Watson looking over to the dugout to figure out what pitch they want to throw to Cam Pike. Oh, it's inside and low. It's ball 4, and now you have runners at first and third with 1 out. Brody Carney started the inning with a strikeout swinging. Since then, a walk to Pisciotti, double by Loschel, another walk to Pike, and a pinch runner enters the game for Greenwood Meadows. That is Easton Klausman. He's a Fernando Tatis Jr. fan and a fan of LSU. (7-1). This is grounded back to the pitcher. And he's going to get a little rundown started with Joel Loschel, and the throw comes home to the plate. A nice block of the plate. And now a throw to try to get the runner going to third is wide. Coming in to score is the pinch runner, Easton Klausman. It is now 8-6. There are 2 out. But that was a costly out to get. Now Holsinger Plumbing down by 7.
Yeah, it was an interesting play there. Another errant throw. We've seen a few of those here tonight, which is not characteristic of the Holsinger team.
Jackson Winterburn steps in. First pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. No balls, one strike. Greenwood Meadows in control of this game by a score of 8-1.
And you wouldn't have bet that at the beginning of the night.
Shields gets Winterburn to swing and miss, and that's an 0-2 count now with 2 out and a runner at third. Damage has been done, though. 2 runs in. That one comes well inside, and Winterburn takes a hike to get away from the batter's box. 1-2 the count. 1-2 pitch. He goes with that inside pitch, takes it the other way, but grounds out to first baseman Micah Fairbaugh. That'll do it. More runs come across, though, for Greenwood Meadows in the top half of the 6th inning. Couple in. Score now heading to the bottom of the 6th. The undefeated Holsinger's Plumbing with our last chance to get back into this game. The score, Greenwood Meadows 8, Holsinger Plumbing 1. We'll be back after this on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
30 seconds, I'll give you every read.
Hey, do you guys know who will be versing Hollidaysburg on Saturday?
Same team that they played tonight,
120-mile range.
Northern Lebanon.
I've yet to tell you, good old Uncle Sam.
Northern Lebanon? Okay.
Yeah.
When you lease it, the bank at Stuckey Mitsubishi will chip in another $3,500 because, hey, why stop there? That's over $11.
Yeah, that's your good old-fashioned Little League double elimination tournament.
Stuckey Mitsubishi.
So both Hollidaysburg and Northern Lebanon have one loss. So whoever loses tomorrow, you're done. You're fired.
The winning number comes from a white ticket. That number is 514659. That number again, 514659. You can claim your money at the concession stand and your free t-shirt at the food tent.
Or arriving date at the Stuckey Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for everyone.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN.
Welcome back to the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic, brought to you by Stuckey Automotive on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN. Dave Shannon and Lou Seidel as we head to the do or die bottom of the 6th inning in the championship game between Holsinger Plumbing, undefeated up to this point in the season, and Greenwood Meadows with a mark of 21-3. First pitch is over the outside corner, taken by Deshaun Hudson. That is strike 1.
And Colton Malloy's going the whole way here for Meadows Greenwood. Still looks sharp out in the mound.
This will be pitch number 80. Little pop-up off the bat handle and a diving catch of the ball. That is Dom Pisciotti for the first out. Greenwood Meadows laying it all on the line.
Number 6, Trenton Fairbaugh.
And it brings up Trenton Fairbaugh. Colton Malloy on pitch 80 is one step closer to a big win and throws a beautiful curveball to Trenton Fairbaugh over the outside corner for strike 1.
And Trenton is a Pirates fan, likes Penn State, and he's a wrestler at heart as well.
0-1 pitch is in the left-hander's batter's box. That is ball 1. Counts evened up at 1-1. You know, one thing I got to say about Malloy, he's thrown 82 pitches. It all seems rather effortless with him out there.
Yeah, nice patience.
And that one is popped up down the first base line, and giving it a heck of a try was Maverick Wentz, but he was unable to catch that one.
Just couldn't get there.
And he smacked his wrist on the fence, so he's trying to shake that off now. One ball, 2 strikes.
He's not coming out there having too much fun.
Oh, no.
They're having
he
too
is
much
a
fun.
gamer. 1-2 the count, the pitch. Just misses outside, even up at 2-2 now to Trenton Fairbaugh, third baseman. Trent popped out to the shortstop and grounded out to the third baseman, hits one high to left field, not deep enough. Moving over to make the catch, Nate Pisciotti. There are 2 gone. 1 out away from winning the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic is Greenwood Meadows.
Yeah, he got under that. It was well hit, but he just got under it a little bit, a little too high.
2 up, 2 down. Micah Faribault now. The last hope for Holsinger Plumbing takes the first pitch down the middle and strike one called. That was pitch number 86 from Colton Malloy.
Colt's on cruise control out there.
0-1. Outside corner and strike 2 called. You know, even these little guys, you can feel that momentum picking up, and it's like Malloy is just ready to go. He's ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. This one is fouled off down the first base line up over the dugout.
Still way ahead in the count.
Yeah, 0-2, and he's got 2 out. I mean, this is a breeze. This will be pitch number 89, the 0-2. This is popped up. Second baseman has it. Greenwood Meadows has won the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic. Little pop out to Brayson McGinnis, and it's a 3 up, 3 down, 6th inning for Holsinger Plumbing, who sees their undefeated season come to an end. The final score, Greenwood Meadows wins the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic by a final score of 8-1. We'll have our usual quick wrap-up and bring that to you right after we take this break. It is the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic, brought to you by Stuckey Automotive on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation.
Wow.
The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range.
You see, what I want to know is this vacation that he's trying to convince us of. How you measure?
It's been a long day, folks.
You get somebody named Karen, and she comes in with some kind of device that measures that. Wow. Welcome back to John Kraft Field as the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic has come to an end in a surprising 8-1 win for Greenwood Meadows as they came in and faced the undefeated 32-0 Holsinger Plumbing. They needed one more win to finish that perfect season and win this tournament. And it was Greenwood Meadows that stood in their way. And you just got to tip your cap to those young guys.
Yeah, Colton
Malloy
just pitched his heart out and was calm, cool, and collective.
He had some great defense behind him, too.
Meadows played loose the whole game, like they weren't supposed to, have any issues, and they didn't. They really hit the ball well. They played some good small ball, and Holsinger was completely out of their game, Dave.
Yeah, they were. And I'll tell you what, the 4th and 5th innings there for Holsinger, let me go back and check that. I know one of them was 3 up, 3 down, and that was the 4th inning.
Yeah.
The 5th, they did get a couple of walks, but then were unable to do anything with them.
Too many people left on base. Yeah.
Just here in the 6th inning, it was a 3 up, 3 downer. So, I mean, very unusual for Holsinger Plumbing. That's a great team, Holsinger Plumbing.
Yeah, we had great facilities, great, to be here to do this game. We've been doing some baseball all week long here at the Lightner Communications Station, so it's great to bring this to you. I really enjoyed the excitement tonight, and this kept everybody's interest, Dave.
I want to thank Brian Tripp and Matt Bortner for bringing you the early games in this tournament. I got to work on Tuesday night with Matt, enjoyed that, and now finishing it up here with Lou. Final score of 8-1 in favor of Greenwood Meadows. There's some happy kids out there. Maverick just got a big hug from Dad, I suppose, or at least one of the dads. And there is a party going on the field down the third baseline right in front of where the dugout was for Greenwood Meadows for this game. They win at 8-1. Lou and I are going to be back with you tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. And, of course, that means there's going to be things that need done at the old radio ranch so that we can bring you that game tomorrow afternoon. It'll get underway at 1 o'clock. And the winner of that game, that's great for them. They'll go on to the state tournament. And they hope they can win the state tournament then to go to the Mid-Atlantic tournament. And then you have to win that tournament to get the Williamsport. It's a lot of miles to run for those two teams. Whoever wins that game tomorrow between Northern Lebanon and Hollidaysburg. Here, there will be no more games in the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic as the champion of this tournament is Greenwood Meadows. I want to thank Jake back at the radio ranch as he kept us both amused and on the air at the same time. That's certainly a skill set for Jake back at the station. Way to go, buddy. Don't know if we'll be working with Jake tomorrow from Hollidaysburg, but we will be trying to bring you a game from there. So stay tuned for the Hollidaysburg Northern Lebanon game. Congratulations to the Meadows for winning the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic. Congratulations to Holsinger Plumbing. You put together a 32-1 season. That's a heck of a season. Great job by those guys. And thanks to Brian Fairbaugh for accommodating us here for this tournament. All right, anything in parting there? Seidel?
No, a lot of good young ball
Speak
players
up.
here. And, it was an exciting tournament, and it was unexpected. So we have an upset here at the tournament. And
No doubt.
We'll be back tomorrow with some live action from Hollidaysburg.
All right. So thanks for listening tonight. Thanks to Jake back there at the old radio ranch. Thanks to AI Bob for coming out and getting us set up before the game so that we could make a transition, basically drive from Hollidaysburg to John Kraft Field and begin broadcasting, so we thank him for that. All right, be tuned tomorrow afternoon if you're loving the Little League baseball coverage, as we'll bring you that championship game of the sectional tournament for District 4 at the Hollidaysburg Little League Field. Once again, tip of the cap to Greenwood Meadows. Final score, they win 8-1. For everyone at Leitner Communications, I'm Dave Shannon saying good night, everybody.
You've been listening to the Park Home Altoona.
All right, Jake.
I will not be with you guys. Yep, I will not be with you guys Saturday. This is my last day.
Ever? Oh, just
No, I'll be back.
okay. All right.
Yep. Good
Oh.
working with you guys.
Okay. Hey, yeah, thanks, Jake. Appreciate your work.
Yep.
Okay, see ya. Or as I say in the mornings, see you, bye.
Woohoo!
Wee-hoo.
Playing classic tracks for the Railroad City. 96.9